Called Velvetstarlings.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready? Good evening, I'm TerryTopCat. It's Sunday the 22nd, coming up to 8:15 UK time. I'm with the wonderful Christian Gisborne from Velvetstarlings. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm really sad that you're going back to LA. So Christian and Joe and Roger have been visiting from LA. They've been doing some UK gigs. They've been playing 5 gigs in London, a couple in Scotland. They played the legendary couple Camden Dublin Castle, King Tut's in Scotland. And this is the first music they released. It's got this most amazing song called Soul Down the River. So it's been quite controversial when you were playing that song in the States.
Yeah, there's been a couple of people. When you play in California, everyone's like, dude, yeah, we've been sold down the river, forget it. And then, when you go into other spots, you go to Kentucky or wherever it is in Indiana, and they're like, what? And it's kind of, people are, just like anything, people are really.
But it shouldn't be about that. It should be like, your music, there's a good positive message in your music, and,
because we did it right when our Michael, who played Velvetstarlings, he drummer, his house burned down in the Paradise Fire, and when that happened, Trump was there going, you should have done more raking. It's the leaves, and it's like. So we recorded our music video for Soul Down the River right in the heart of all of it with
great video,
special
by the way.
effects. He's just like, dead cat bones on the side, just like everything was. The whole entire city's gone. So.
And you can catch that video on YouTube. So look up Velvetstarlings Soul Down the River. So you got a new CD out called Love Everything, Love Everyone, which you've been getting a lot of good reaction to. And you just played King Tut's, the legendary King Tut's. So tell me about the King Tut's and what it means for you to play there. And you've been played a lot on BBC Scotland as well, which is great for a unsigned band. But there's a lot of buzz about you, especially in the UK and I'm sure in the States as well. And you've been opening up for lots of different people. So tell me about, you've just come back to London from the Scottish States. So tell me how different that was to playing London.
Oh man, so like in King Tut's, you walk in and you walk on the stairs and you walk on 1991, Blur, Oasis, or whoever it is, White Stripes. And it's just so crazy, all those people. Billy Sloan came out from BBC, who had been playing us for a while. He actually, when we had played at the Box in Glasgow a couple months ago when we came out here, and we hung out with him, and he just like pulls out his phone. He's like, "Oh yeah, just chilling with Jack White." Like last month, when we actually did a recording for BBC, the day before or the day after, he was getting on a train. He couldn't come because he was just casually doing an interview with Liam Gallagher, as one does, right? And it's just like it's so amazing to be able to be at King Tut's, and like the Killers just played there last year, and Liam just did a music video a couple of years ago there. Wow. So it's a legendary spot, and it meant a lot to be able to go on the stage.
And how different are the audiences in the UK, would you say, to LA, where you're based?
Oh, I thought you were going to say to Scotland. Scotland and UK, they're pretty, people over here on the other side of the pond, they like rock and roll. Rock and roll is still a thing. And my belief is rock music, rock isn't a genre. Rock is, it's rock. So it's punk or metal or like Jack Johnson, the most chill stuff you can think of. Like Jack, it covers everything. So when people say rock is over, whatever they want to say, rock is still here. Like Jack White, that's why I'm really particular about him, because it's like the great music, it's not gone. Rock isn't dead. The media just isn't telling us to listen to rock. They're telling us to listen to Cardi B. So,
who I like, she's a great artist
anyway.
Yeah,
it's true. But like you hear the stuff that is the number, or Post Malone, what do you think of him, or stuff like that. The mumble rap. There are certain ones who are good at it.
Yeah.
But the mumble rap is like, it's the number one stuff, and you don't see a Kurt Cobain or a...
No, you don't.
And then we have people like Jack White, and they don't put him at the top, but they just got
but
number
he's very
one
well
record.
Respected.
They just got number one record back in
Right.
So it's all coming back around. We're at 2019, at the end of the 30-year cycle. So 2020.
So tell me about, so when did you first listen to Jack White, and why does he mean so much to you?
I think it's just, how it came about for me is just, the Lego music video. I was sold then. It was like, you're not going to convince me anyone is better. He rocks, and he likes Lego. I'm set. So
Okay.
I was like, age 4 or 5, and then from then on, everyone knows Seven Nation Army and whatnot. But yeah, I can talk about Jack White all day forever.
And you went and recorded in the studio.
Oh, Third Man, yeah. They have the little spot you just pop in, or you have to pay for it. They don't have coins anymore. But you just go in and it just starts recording, and a vinyl, just the record just comes out with the song.
Wow.
It's really weird.
So somehow we have to get Mr. White to hear about you.
I've been trying.
It'd be a dream if you to
I've
open
seen him
up for
4
him.
times this year. I've
Wow.
gotten this close, like looking him in the face, but not able to talk to him.
Well, I'm
One
sure it's
day.
going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. So, you got a new single called Kids in Droves, which is from the EP or mini album Love Everything, Love Everyone. And you told me you got a video coming out for Bitter Pills, and hopefully you do one for Comic Lemonade.
Yeah, they're recorded, they're done. Actually, when we were recording, it was we did it at the beginning of the summer, and it was supposed to come out right at the summer. I know, perfect time, right at the fall or autumn, And we did that whole time we were shooting. It was right in between trying to go see Jack White, and it was like, go watch the thing. It was so, I remember I was up for a full 48 hours while we were doing it, and it was a really crazy time.
And do you collaborate with the video directors, with the storyboards for your songs?
Yeah, we actually flew out a guy, he's 19, he's called Joseph
Wow.
Calhoun, and he's from France. I actually met him here in Camden last time, and we did a photo shoot to try and get to know each other. And we flew him out, paid for his flight, and he just came out, because we knew him through some mutual friends in LA, and he shoots for Lauren Ruth Ward and a couple of, he does a lot of cool indie band stuff and all that. And so he did music video, and it was really great. We got a lot of lemons, a lot of weird shots. We went to Laurel Canyon, the heart of the doors and the birds. And
talking of all these wonderful bands, we went to the Richard Young Gallery, didn't we? So tell everyone about, if they're not aware of the wonderful Richard Young.
Richard Young is the man. He shot Keith Moon's last ever photo. He's just on tour with Freddie Mercury, knew him for just hanging with him for 11 years straight, Bowie and Elton John. And whenever he goes, he's the only photographer allowed in the room, because he is just he's legend. He's got all
legend.
There's so many photos. Wait, you shot that cover? You shot, I know those photos. Those are classic in my mind.
I mean, he told me he went to school with Mark Bolan from
Yeah.
T-Rex, and then he made his name from taking the photos
That's
from
what-
John Paul Getty.
Because you guys got to go, Joe, drummer, everyone else got to hang out. I was dead asleep after the show because I was getting, cold coming on. And then we went, and I had just taken a shower, and my hair was all frizzy, and he walked in. The first thing he says, "You look like a young Mark Bolan." And we were like,
Oh,
you
wow.
like
Did
Mark
he say that?
Bolan?"
Oh, wonderful.
And then
Wow.
we were like, wait. And he was like, "Oh, I just went to school with him. Oh, but we got in trouble for the same stuff." I was like, oh, man, he knows everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I went to see, a big shout out to Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, and Nile Rodgers did a Meltdown Festival, and he was the only guy on stage, backstage, because he's friends with both of them. And if you in London, go and visit the Richard Young Gallery, 4 Holland Street, off Kensington Church Street. It's amazing. You see all musical history as well as famous actors, sportsmen, and we were very lucky to go in there, and he tells everyone the story behind wonderful pictures as well.
Oh, he'll tell you the story behind every photo.
And hopefully he'll come and see you, and his wonderful wife Susan will come and see you next time. So you're planning to come back in May?
Yeah, summer. We're gonna have we haven't talked about the record yet. The new one. So it's all the songs are done. We just gotta get them all recorded and whatnot. But by summer we're looking at, I'm thinking new summer tour.
So in a way, just as you're not signed, there's no pressure, there's no timeline for you to record the songs, is there? So you can take your time, getting it right, and do Cannonball, which is a fantastic song. So check out the Velvetstarlings on all social media. So where are you on everything?
Yeah, you just look up Velvet. If you want it on Spotify, we're on Spotify. If you want it on Facebook, we're on Facebook.
So thank you very much. We've had a lot of fun while you've been here. I'm going to miss you guys. So they'll be back next year. So check out Velvetstarlings on all social media sites. And thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you, Terry.
Appreciate it. Thank you.